I'm a chemistry professor, what you're saying is impossible, so just go away. When really the attributes of ionized water are very, very easy to demonstrate. And in 2 or 3 methods we can tell something substantial has happened to that water. So they're out there, the people that are denouncing it, and yet they've never tried it. And so I'm very open-minded. I said, let me try the water. Well, I drank it and I thought it was smooth tasting and I didn't think much more of it. And it was being multi-level marketed and these people didn't know very much about it. So I went and investigated it myself. And when I finally, the light bulb went on over my head and I discovered and I realized what this stuff was, I said, that's it, I gotta have this. I immediately bought a unit. It cost me $1,500 at the time. And I said, this is ridiculous, no one's ever going to buy one of these things for $1,500. I tried to search out importers. I started importing them from Korea, and I got the price immediately down to $600. And it took me about 6 months to a year. I had it down below $500 the first time ever. And I've sold thousands and thousands of water ionizers over the years. And I can tell you, I don't think I've ever had, I have had very, very few of them returned over the years, but I never have had anybody ever call up and say, this is ruining my health, this is destroying my health, I don't know what this is, where did you get that? I have people call up all the time saying, I've got a reverse osmosis unit in my house, and my health is falling apart, and what's going on, what's happening, but never from the water ionized. Ionized water benefits everything it comes in contact with, as long as it's used properly. Because you're actually producing 2 different types of water, and we'll get into that in just a second, but it is absolutely benefits everything it comes in contact with, period. It benefits. It doesn't have a neutral, effect on it. It is absolutely a beneficial effect. What are the benefits? Well, first of all, what's happening here is something very simple. It's amazing, once again, how simple nature can be. There's a couple of electrodes, a positive electrode and a negative electrode, an anode and a cathode. And you're running the water over positive and negative electrodes, you're creating positive and negative ions in the water, and then you are separating them. One side becomes very acid, one side becomes very, very alkaline. We drink the alkaline side, you use the acid water on the outside of your body, you feed it to plants, mosquito bites, bee stings, any kind of skin problem, anything. You brush your teeth with it, you gargle with it, you just don't want to swallow it. You do not want to consume the acid water, because again, that is an oxidant, and what we've created here with the alkaline water that we're going to drink is an antioxidant. And that's one of the reasons why ionized water is so incredibly beneficial, and such why I call it the healthiest substance in the world. I really can't stress enough how much I stand behind those words. And it is not because I'm a promoter of this water. I'm a promoter of this water because of its effects, of its attributes, its characteristics, and the incredible benefits it has to our health. So ionized water, again, we're running it over normal water over positive and negative electrodes. We're creating positive and negative ions, and we're separating it through a membrane. And that's really the key. Maybe in chemistry you remember doing electrolysis, where you put an anode and a cathode in the water, and you create this thing called electrolysis, and the water kind of turns a dirty color. And that's what electrolysis is. Well, this is electrolysis, only you're separating the water. What are the benefits of ionized water? Number one is a very powerful antioxidant. You have taken normal tap water and run it through this machine and transformed it into a very powerful antioxidant. Well, what is an antioxidant? An antioxidant retards the aging process. What we had here tonight on this table were antioxidants. All raw fruits and vegetables are antioxidants. Ionized water has 2 antioxidant properties. Number one, it has an abundance of electrons. That's what is known as a free radical status. Free radicals are hydrogen ions that are missing an electron. That's one of the things that causes most of our disease, free radical damage. This was discovered, I think, about 25 years ago, and the guys that discovered it won the Nobel Prize in chemistry for that. And what we've done here is, once again, we've taken the normal tap water, transformed it into a water that now has an abundance of electrons, a free radical scavenger, and has a negative charge, or what we call ORP, oxidation reduction potential. If there's one term that you want to learn about health, and you want to understand health, it is the most important term you'll ever know, and that is ORP, oxidation reduction potential. ORP. The ORP of everything is everything. The ORP of what a substance that you're going to put into your food means everything, and nothing else really matters. When you cook food, you oxidize them, and the ORP goes way up into the positive range. Now, you put it in your body, that increases your oxidation. So you're basically burning yourself up from within. You're accelerating the aging process. That's why people look like they're 50 when they're 30. And they look like they're 80 when they're 50. And they look like they're 100 when they're 70. And there is no limit to how old we can live if we put the right things into our body. Whether or not we're going to do that or not, it doesn't matter. But if we want to remain healthy, we need to put things that have a negative charge, a negative ORP into our body. And there are only two things in the world that I know of that have a negative ORP. One of them is water. The other one, raw fruits and vegetables. That's it. There's nothing else that has a negative charge that we can put into our body, that we can extinguish this fire within us. That's oxidizing, that's burning us up. You can talk all day long about supplements, you can look at formulas, you can get the latest thing that Dr. So-and-so developed or whatever. Nothing is ever going to take place of an apple, raw, a carrot, squash, a cauliflower, anything. Nothing will ever take place of those raw foods, especially when they're fresh, because the fresher it is, the better. It's one of the reasons why sprouts are so powerful, because they're growing and consuming. They all have that negative charge. Nothing else does. When you cook a food, that ORP raises up over the 0 point, and now it's an oxidant. So everything has to be looked at when you put into your body, when you consume something. Is this going to oxidize me, or is this going to reduce the oxidation of my body? And it's real simple. As I said, health is so simple. Health is what was on that table. That's health. Okay? When you walk out and you get a frying pan in your hand, tomorrow, tonight, whatever, that is not health. You know, take that frying pan, and you know, I literally got rid of the oven in my house. You know? And you know, it's the best way to do it, is to get it out of there once and for all. So when you're thinking about what you want to put into your body, does this have a negative charge? That is why this is the most healthiest substance in the world. It's an antioxidant, and it becomes instant. You know, it takes about 20 seconds to fill up a glass of water, and you're ready to go and drink